Welcome or welcome back, new viewers and game visitors. Time for our new episode of the new Super Mario Bros. Wii playthrough, and today we're continuing through the second half of the North Pole, or as this game likes to call it, World 3. So why don't we start here with the -4 and begin. This stage has a pretty interesting gimmick in it. Do you see that red button that was on the side of the overworld there? Well, that little button is part of the stage's little gimmick, because you also see these outlines of blocks over here. That means there will be extra platforms in this here level when we hit the red block, or the red button, on the overworld. And we have more ice physics to deal with, which is not everybody's favorite gimmick in a 2D platformer. As you can see over here, kind of struggling a little bit to actually stay on the platform. But thankfully the penguin suit grants me a little bit of traction. And you see these little ice blocks over here as well. You can actually use that as extra ammunition wherever you want to attack enemies when you don't have the ice power or penguin suit equipped. And this fire, bro. Fire and ice, real swell, I guess. I'm not really the biggest fan of this placement here. This is clearly meant to be paired with the what we call the red block gimmick that we have going on over here. But if you try to attack it while it's shooting, or you try to get on this platform while it's shooting, you're gonna have a bad time, as you can see. Alright, we can jump this little gap here. Alright, while you wait for the platform, you can just wall jump. And the stage does tend to be a lot easier when those red blocks are in effect, as you can see over here. You kill this guy sitting over here. Alright, get rid of that one, and you see that little platform over there? That was a neat little secret down here. Now if we duck, we can get ourselves a little star coin. Now, let's go back down here again and keep ducking until we get to the other side of the platform. And here's the checkpoint. Throw the S block at those windows. Get another finger stand, and another one over there. 60 lives now. Now this part I want to take slowly because one problem I'm kind of having is that when I land you can see Mario slightly moves a little bit still. I'll get a little closer to the edge so I can hit that Koopa. Or a pair of Koopa. Actually, it's not flying, so it's definitely not a pair of Koopa. Our normal mushroom, extra points, why not? Alright, you can see that pipe down there. We can't access it until we have the red blocks, and that, if I remember correctly, leaves us access to a secret exit. Alright, one thing I'm kind of not a big fan of with this level is these slightly taller ice blocks over here. They really get in the way. Especially when you're just trying to do some basic platforming. I mean, the placement of those fire bros, as you can see, isn't the worst. It can be a little annoying sometimes, especially with these taller blocks in the way. Yeah, here, got all 3 star coins. Let's hear Pal Block. Not gonna lie, I don't really remember why this was here. Oh, just to get a bunch of coins. That's all. Actually, this was the secret exit. Huh, I completely forgot about that, not gonna lie.
This way.
Alright, now that allows us access to not only this here Toad House, but to 3-5. And 3-5 also has a secret exit as well. And that the red button over there is the little overworld thing that I was mentioning earlier. But let's go to the Toad House first. Alright, let's go get some more power-ups. Alright, I'm gonna start over here. Feeling a little lucky. Fire flower, not a bad start. Oh no. Bowser Jr., why you do this to me? Let's try down here. Star. Wow, okay, that sucks. Well, at least you guys get to see the ending if we get nothing, so here it is. I didn't even get one. I'm really sad now. Yes, game, thanks for reminding me. Anyway, it's time to go to 3-5, which is actually a vertical scroller. As I stated in the last episode, auto-scrollers are not really the best in 2D platformers. Though, this stage also has a pretty neat gimmick. These little blocks over here will allow us to have the same powers as if we had the propeller suit. And since this entire level is vertical-based, we're just standing here on this block. I kind of like that they put you on a sort of moving platform. Keeps you on your toes so you don't just stand around. Definitely one way to make a platforming, what do we call it, vertical auto-scroller a little bit more interesting. And those little blocks over there are back once again. So once we're able to hit the button, we'll be able to have more extra platforms for this level. Okay, we got ourselves our first star point for the level, that's pretty good. I don't want to go too high as those fire product points are here. So they're getting in your way, though they're relatively easy to dodge. Plus, just like the ice blocks, use the propeller block as a little defense against it. We have this one telling us to go upward. Now let's wait a little bit. We have a secret exit over there that we can go to without those red blocks. So if you thought you were going to go over here first go around, sadly not. But that does result in a shorter level than usual, that we have to do not once but twice.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
I mean, it's an interesting gimmick. I see where they were going with this, but having to do 2 stages more than once if you want to progress isn't really the best. Alright, but now with that being said, we can hit this hero button over here and activate that red switch. Alright, every outline block has turned into a red block on courses. Now you might be able to get to places you couldn't reach before. Once again, interesting idea, but I don't think it's executed the best. But anyways, why don't we go back to 3-4 for a bit, and the level will be much easier now with a lot more ground. As you can see, now those outline blocks are red blocks now. We can actually jump over this. And see how much easier the level is so far at all these platforms here. And this iceberg is certainly a lot easier to deal with, too. And no more accidentally falling in this part. You can even go down here now. Now, I remember this level kind of confusing me and my little sister back in elementary school, because we'd always end up going through the same exit not realizing, hey, why aren't we progressing? Because the game wants you to go that other path that was inaccessible before. Which, once again, a new gimmick that honestly could have had a bit of better execution, I think. Alright, we can even go down here now. Completely skip all that nonsense up there. And get into here. Get a free life while we're at it, too. And now we're underground. And I guess the game wants us to slide a little bit. I'm gonna take this Goomba with me as a souvenir. Yep, this will make for a nice trophy. Ah, he's dead. Oh well. Alright, over here. We just get to the flagpole and barely reach it. Alright. Not entirely sure how they expected you to reach the top there without a propeller mushroom, but whatever. Maybe through triple jumping, most likely.
Yeah.
Alright, now with the main exit gotten to, we now have access to the castle level. But I want to go back to 3-5 and see if we can get that secret exit. And you see all the red platforms? It'll make traversing this much easier. And I guess we can get some blue coins while we're at it. That's not good. I might need to reset the level. Yeah, hold up. Because I need that block. But we can try it again, it's fine. And to get back in the penguin suit as well. I think it's just best to try, instead of trying to fly everywhere and potentially accidentally get hit by a fire plant, it's just better to stay down here and keep rotating on this block. Probably the safest thing to do so you don't get hit. Let's try hit, of course. Like that one. That nearly got me. And then we do that. Alright, made it to the first half of the stage. We can fly up here a little early. Alright, throw this over here. We don't need it right now. Alright, now let's go into the second half of the stage with another propeller block right over here for us to use. I don't want the ice block. Come on, game. I almost died. Probably not the best placement for that propeller block. Yeah, we could try the red ring. I guess I'm unable to finish it. Oh well, it's alright. And there is our final star coin for the level. Let's fly in the middle of these dudes. Pretty decent placement, I think. And now we can throw that off and get in the pipe. And that's the end of the level with a secret exit as well.
This way.
Alright everyone, it seems Christmas came early this year because now we get ourselves another star.
Let's go.
And give me the star on the chest. Kind of wish there was a little mini game to get those stars as well, instead of just here it is, it's yours. Anyway, it's time to deal with the final level of this year world, that being 3-Keys. And this level also has another interesting gimmick, much better than the previous castle. That being big ice cubes everywhere. And unlike the last two castles, no lava here. We won't be seeing lava on one of these for at least a little bit. Alright, and some penguins are here as well. But we don't really need a new one, at least for now. Alright, just get these 2 extra coins, I guess, just for fun. They could have put a small secret there, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't. Alright, and one of the gimmicks is a blue snake block. That moves at a pretty decent speed. I don't remember, I think it had ice physics on it. I don't entirely remember, to be honest with you. Some newer players might not know how snake blocks would work, so I think they should have had a little small teaching element for the player here. But no, they kind of just throw you into it. Or give the player a safe spot to kind of experiment with the snake block, see how it works, you know? Alright, penguin suit, and just like with Roy's fireball magic from the previous castle, Lemmy is trying to take us out early with the bounce balls. And sadly, I can't get the star coin up there. You need to bounce on one of those to get up there. Plus, you come to this level with propeller mushroom, that's an option too. But we can always get that off screen, it's fine. Alright, and another gimmick in this here level. This is the first time we see bomb-ons in this game. And all those bomb-ons that are trapped in the ice, boy am I glad they're out there, or they're trapped in there, or frozen in there, and we're out here and they're the sheriff. Oh, come on, I had to mention that meme. Remember having a lot of trouble trying to target these back in elementary school as well, but if we break this first part here, we get our second star point for the level. I'm going for this here bomb to drop down here. I like the little chain reaction that they make. You can even carry the bombs, as you can see over there. And that allows us to progress, and checkpoint is ours. Alright, hit this bomb over here. Just freeze him. You know what? Yeah, let him die. I like that little chain reaction. It's pretty cool. I kind of wish there are other ways you can melt the giant blocks. Like if you had the fire flower and you could hit it a certain number of times, you could break it on your own. But I guess the devs just really wanted you to use the bomb-offs to break them. And there's the final star coin for the level. Let's get on over here. Alright, I can keep jumping over and over again, so I don't have to worry about these falling. Alright, coin section. And red coins, got all 8 of them. And free life for us. And it's now we're approaching the end of the level. I'm not entirely sure why this little area is up here, but it's there. You can even take these little extra pipes down here. No extra star coin down here. I think this is just here so you get an extra power up. I guess kind of... I mean, you already had this with the first Lemmy fight earlier in the game. You can bounce on these to get a little bit of extra height, though they're a little hard to kind of get used to when it comes to getting on them. But we got them. And you get in your order with an extra penguin suit if you need it. And now it's time, Lemmy. Are you ready for round 2? I'm gonna slide in there with style. Alright, what's Kamek gonna do this time, huh? Oh, you just made the bounce ball a little larger. I'm so scared. Anyways, just like his previous fight, there are gaps in the floor over there, so you don't want to get pushed in there. Now, instead of rolling his ball back and forth like he did in the previous fight, he'll bounce it a few times across the screen. Don't just repeat until you beat him, really. Right, if you got the hang of how to bounce on the his bounce balls, you will have a pretty decent time. Thankfully, the game gives you a few ways to practice that. And I died. Yay. Not the worst. It'll be fine. Let's try it again. I gotta go through the entire snake block section again as well. as getting the other star coin, but that's fine, no big deal. I do still like the sound effect that those ice blocks make. Pretty cool. And now I can go over here and get that power because the snake block will come right back for me. In the meantime, I get myself a nice little penguin seat. Let's see if we can make that life back up. And got that life back. Alright, no need to go back in those pipes again. You already saw what's in there. Alright, thankfully we don't have to see the whole cutscene over again, just a part of it. Alright, now Lemmy, this time, are you ready for round 2? Oh, come on. That's dumb. I'm gonna try one more time, and if that keeps going, I'm gonna just cheat and use a propeller mushroom. Because I'm finding it a lot harder to bounce on those balls than I remember them being. Alright, and that once again is back. And Star Coin is ours again. And I'm... okay, really? Sometimes distraction really gets to you. Alright, one more try. If I lose again, I'm just getting the propeller mushroom. Don't care. Again, I don't remember this game being so hard to control sometimes. Oh, come on. I missed it this time. Well, that's fine. Not the worst. Alright, now let's go into the warp pipe again. Maybe I do need a little practice trying to bounce on the bounce balls over there. Just because you gotta be so precise with trying to land on them. Alright, once again, third time's the charm. And I'm gonna slide in here. Yeah, come on, try it in me. This fight isn't even that hard, it's just so hard to bounce on them sometimes. At least for me. I am having such a hard time trying to get on these things. Honestly, I might just use the long wall jump, because I'm having so much trouble trying to get on these things. I don't know why. See that? You can always try to, or just do that. Just jump really high, I guess. Just skip what the devs really wanted you to do, honestly. Just easier to do that. Oh, come on. Alright, that's enough. I'm just using the propeller mushroom now, I don't care. I do not remember that being so. It's not even a hard fight, it's just so hard to target sometimes. Come on. Are you serious? Wall jump. Ah. Wow. Alright, mushroom again. I guess no propeller mushroom for me. Not gonna lie, the controls are so much stiffer than I remember them being. Never had this much trouble with this. You can all hear it in my voice. I'm starting to get a bit frustrated. I do not remember this being as annoying as it is. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, screw it. Let's try it again, and this time I'm not gonna risk losing it.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore those this time. Stupid fucking Koopa. Do not remember you being this annoying. Don't like not being able to move, do you? Alright, so in this here third phase, the ball will grow a bit, but it doesn't fucking matter. Piece of shit ass Lemmy. Whatever.
Mario #1. Woohoo!
Level's not even that bad, it's just so damn hard to balance on everything. Especially with how stiff the controls feel sometimes. Alright, now we're heading on to the next world. Bye-bye, North Pole. It was nice knowing you. Too bad we didn't get to see Santa. And next, we end up in Rio de Janeiro for some reason. And the next Koopa we have to deal with is Wendy, or Wendy-O Koopa is her whole name. The only female of the Koopalings.
What?
Yes, let's save the game.
What?
Because you know what they say, good to keep a record. And I think that'll do it for this episode of the New Super Mario Bros. Wii playthrough. And hey, we're about halfway through the game, it looks like now. Funny, so far we have Green Hill Zone, Egypt, the North Pole, and now Rio the Beach in Brazil. Huh. Wonder where we'll end up next. I mean, I asked that question, but you can obviously see where we're going after this one. But anyways, if y'all enjoyed this and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the vids you see on screen now up on YouTube. That bell button for more. What's the most annoying, in your opinion, what is the most annoying mid-boss fight in a platforming Mario game that you've had to deal with, and why? Well, let us know in the comments. Actually, no, better question of the day. What's a boss fight you do in a game you've played in a game recently that you used to play when you were younger that you find a lot harder than you remember? Kind of like that one. Let us know in the comments below. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and have a better rest of the day. And consider becoming a YouTube member for $3 a month, and a subscriber for $6 a month for wonderful bonuses such as an ad-free experience. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We'll deal with the beach in the next episode. Have a nice day.